Hi guys, good morning. So this is one of our concept videos. Our concept videos are essentially videos that we essentially put out to explain some of the concepts that we actually use in our trading system. This particular concept video will be about support and resistance, and actually how you identify support and resistance areas. So support and resistance is quite simple to understand. Support represents a low level where price actually reaches over time, while resistance represents a high level where price reaches over time. So think about support as a floor that essentially can't be broken through, and also think about resistance as a ceiling that actually can't be broken through. But as you actually know, the more you actually hit a floor, or the more you actually hit a ceiling, the weaker that particular ceiling or that particular floor kind of becomes. So actually, when we bring that concept into trading, it's pretty much kind of like the same thing. The more you hit a certain price level, the weaker that price level becomes, both to the resistance and to the support side. Support and resistance levels are normally identified by what we call climaxes. So in essence, a climax normally occurs at the end of a bull or bear market cycle, and it's characterized by escalated trading volumes and sharp price movements. Climaxes are usually preceded by extreme sentiment readings, either excessive euphoria at the market peaks or excessive pessimisms at market bottoms, and these can happen on a number of time frames. They can happen on the minute time frame, they can happen on the hourly time frames, they can happen on the weekly time frames, the monthly time frames, and also the yearly time frames. So yeah, it's very important that actually whenever you're trying to identify support and resistance areas, that those support and resistance areas are identified by selling climaxes or buying climaxes. So just in this video, we're going to run you through a couple of examples with regards to how to identify support and resistance areas, and actually where to kind of look for kind of climax areas as well. And one of the most important things to understand is that actually when resistance gets broken, it turns into support, and when support gets broken, it also turns into resistance. So let's get straight into it. So we're going to use kind of three pairs as an example to run you through today. The first is Euro JPY, and the second is GBP USD, and then the third is USD CAD. Okay, so a buying climax, as we discussed, is essentially a sharp volume in price before a big move down. So this is a buying climax. Okay, the top of this area is a buying climax. The top of this green candle is a buying climax. Oops, my bad. This here. And the reason it's a buying climax is because, as you can see from the move, this candle here, this green candle, the market tried to move up again, but then it closed back down, right? So we can then mark this area as an area of resistance. What would be the selling climax? The selling climax would be this candle here. So basically, this is the last down candle before the big move up. So what you can essentially see here is that the buying climax, right, is essentially the last candle before the big move down. So this green candle here, and then the selling climax is the last candle before the big move up. So the red candle. So this here. So that's essentially how you identify the buying and the selling climaxes. And as I said, this can happen on the weekly time frames, the daily time frames, the monthly time frames. As you can also see here, this is a buying climax, as you can see. Again, the last down candle before the big move up. As you can tell, this particular area, as you can see by these thin wicks, is actually now acting as support. Yeah, so we've now kind of got this position in play whereby we've identified our support and our resistance areas, and the level between support and resistance is normally called the range, but we'll cover the range in a different video. So if we then go into the weekly chart, okay, there are different selling climaxes, buying climaxes within the actual range we've identified. So there's this selling climax here, resistance, okay, and then there's this buying climax here, support. See, and you know that they're buying climax, support, selling climaxes and buying climaxes, because the market is struggling to break above that particular area, and it's also struggling to break below that particular area. So what that kind of gives us is potential places for price to actually move to. So if we go onto the daily time frames, again, it's much clearer. So this potentially tells us that actually Euro JPY maybe potentially actually want to move to the downside or to the upside, and basically use this previous buying climax, which was resistance, as you can see, to essentially basically use as support for a bigger move higher. But let's actually kind of see where we kind of get to that. So that's an example of a buying climax, that's an example of a selling climax, and actually that's how you identify areas of support and resistance. As you can see on the weekly time frame, this particular candle here, right, as we said, that's selling climax. What did we say at the top of this video? We said that support can turn into resistance and resistance can turn into support. In this case, support is turning into resistance, and we know that it's because if we go into the daily chart, you can see this is our buying climax or selling climax, support, and it broke and then support again. But then once it broke through, that area started acting as resistance, and we know it was resistance because of these thin wicks here, right? The market basically was struggling to close above that. So when you see like thin wicks like this, it basically means that the market hasn't got enough volume to essentially drive the price higher. So that area was an area of resistance or support turned resistance. If we were to come back into that area, this area would be like an area for support for me, and then maybe that would move back higher like that. But yeah, that's just kind of one example. So if we then go into the GBP USD, again, this is an example of a buying climax or a selling climax. As you can see on the 3 monthly chart, or the quarterly chart rather, this last low was a selling climax. Okay, so the selling climax is normally preceded by a large move down in the market, so as in like a large downside move, and likewise the buying climax is normally preceded by a large move up in the market. So just always remember that as you're kind of trying to identify buying and selling climaxes. Okay, so this selling climax, right, as you can see, was support for the market, so it's a floor for the market. The market came in once and just straight back, kind of bounced up, didn't even kind of come back. So that's another example of an area of support that has clearly turned into an area of support that has clearly turned into a floor for the market. If you want to look at the kind of the lower time frames, you can actually see these buying and selling climaxes play out in kind of many different on many different kind of time levels. So you've got this selling climax on the hourly or the weekly. As you can see, that price acted as a floor for the market, floor for the market, floor for the market, and a push up. Okay, you've also got buying climaxes here. Oops, just quickly get rid of this. So that buying climax is acting as resistance for the market here. As you can see, we failed to close above that level twice. Oops, not good. It's not working this. As you can see, we failed to close above that level twice. We tried to break it once, didn't break through, tried to break it twice, we didn't break through. We then go into the daily. Okay, again, selling climax here. As you can see, that selling climax acted as resistance. It was support here. Oops. it was support, as you can see here, one that acted as resistance. We failed to kind of come back into it yet, but yeah, I'm not too sure whether we will, but that's just another example. And selling climaxes are normally down candles, and buying climaxes are normally kind of green candles. So if we then go into the hourly, again, we see the same concept even on the hourly time frame. So this low here was acting as support, selling climax, one market came tested in and has now become support, as you can see, bounced off. So if this area starts breaking down, we therefore know this area will be an area of resistance, so we can get a move down here, but we'll just kind of see how it plays out. So that's essentially how you mark out support and resistance zones. Just essentially always look for areas of buying or selling climaxes. And then the last example we'll do today is USD CAD. So again, we're looking on the weekly. This selling climax here, as you can see, the price was that low acted as support once, support twice, support 3 times, and just about support again for the 4th time. We broke down. That area now started acting as resistance, as we can say, because support turned into resistance and resistance can turn into support. Okay, and again has come in to test that area again. Okay, so that tells us that buying climax is a significant price level. And the reason we mark these levels is because it gives us potential areas for price to aim to if we want to take profit targets, or it also gives us the potential for areas that we're looking for price to react when we kind of mix it in with our other patterns, such as our Wyckoff patterns. Okay, so we then go into other selling climaxes and other buying climaxes on the daily. As you can see, there's this level here. As you can see, that area was support, resistance, support, resistance. Yep. If we then go into the 2 hourly, selling climax here again, support, 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 and it's yet to test through, so potentially may become resistance and do that. So that's essentially how you mark out support and resistance zones, and that's how you identify support and resistance zones. Just essentially, if you want to really understand this concept, it's really important that you essentially just go through your charts and essentially just mark out support and resistance zones, or buying and selling climaxes, and really try and pinpoint how the market is actually reacting off those kind of particular prices. And then you would literally just put your mind to be in tune with the pattern. So yeah, I hope that helped, and happy trading. Let me know if you've got any questions. Bye bye.